Welcome people of YouTube, Jack Gash here again today. Thank you for joining me and thank you for clicking on this video. So what is true liberation? What is true freedom? We get taught in life, or at least I got taught in life, or I felt like I did, that, or what I used to understand as freedom and liberation as, being able to do as I please, being able to do whatever I wanted to choose to do, which to some degree does bring a level of freedom. Being able to buy the things I want, being able to wear what I want, say what I want, do what I want. What does liberation mean to you? What does freedom mean to you? Have you ever considered this? But what is true liberation and what is true freedom is down to the relationship we have with ourselves. It's down to the relationship we have with our minds. Liberation comes when we unlock ourselves and gain the ability to have a nice, harmonious relationship with ourselves and our mind, and then in turn brings a nice relationship with the world around us. No matter what that colour may bring, no matter what dark shadows may be cast in media, in the public eye, through people around you, you can still have a nice outlook on life. You can still have a happy outlook on life, even with the current situations that's going on. I see many people, everyone's waking up, everybody's coming to realisations about the world and about society and about governments and politics. People are coming to realisations and people are spotting the anomalies and people are coming out with them. But the response is the response that's been passed around, which is negative. There's a negative response around this whole thing and scenario and saga that's going on. And when I talk to people, they're intelligent, they're realising things, but the response is negative. F the government and we're getting controlled, or whatever it may be. And that isn't liberation, nor is succumbing to people's judgment, living through fear. Liberation is when you have all these things around you but still manage to find peace within yourself. Freedom is having all these things around you and still choosing happiness. That's freedom. So I just wanted to make a quick video about freedom and liberation, and where me personally I find the truth of that to be is the relationship you have with yourself and your mind. And the thing is, being a person who's had difficulty within the self, discovering who they are, felt lonely at times, felt misunderstood, displaced, outcast. These are all things that I've discovered in my own journey, is that through these situations, through your pain, through your difficult times, is when you discover more and more about yourself. And then in turn, you get to a stage in life where you've kind of done learning, or not so much done learning because we're always ever changing and ever growing, but you've kind of got that bit out of the way. Your response to pain has changed, your response to difficulty has changed, and that's when you're starting to know liberation and ascending as such. You're rising as a person, as an individual, you're growing. But when the freedom comes is when you can choose happiness. And I'm not saying I'm a person that's happy every day, and this isn't just about me and my story, it's about you trying to discover yours. But we all go through difficult times, we all go through stressful days, but what you've got to realise is how your response to the things that are going on around you, everything is made up of your destiny, everything is made up of your choice. And this is where freedom starts to become, the process of freedom starts to become, is that sometimes it's not the situation, sometimes it's not everybody else's fault, sometimes it's not life that's shit, it's you. You're the shit one. You're the shit one with the response. Your shitty response to life, your miserable attitude, your pessimistic view is what's trapping you in not being liberated, in not having freedom, because your daily choices is choosing to be miserable. And that is a choice we have. We can choose to be happy tomorrow, or we can choose to be miserable tomorrow. And it all starts with the way we think. And I've done it myself. Even not just out of thinking, it's eating, it's everything. It's what we fuel ourselves with. And food is fuel, thoughts are fuel, action is fuel. It's all how we integrate that into our lives. If we eat shit food, we're no doubt going to think shit. We're going to feel shit. I'm going to take shit actions. If we eat proper good food and take care of our health and exercise and read or do things that are good for us, we're going to be happy, think happy, have happy action, and take that course. You know, it's about boiling yourself down and seeing and reviewing yourself. You know, people aren't honest with themselves anymore. You can't be liberated, you can't be free if you're not honest with yourself. People kid themselves. They say they're a good person but don't take good action. They say they're a free person and a happy person but choose to judge others on their journey and make themselves feel better by judging others. Where are you at? Where's your liberation? Where's your freedom? What makes you happy? What makes you a good person? What makes you feel good? Question yourself on a daily basis. If you're not questioning who you are and questioning your standpoints on life, then you're never going to grow, you're never going to change. You're never going to be liberated. Because there comes a point in life when, especially in my journey and even making this video, where it's no longer about you anymore. It's about raising everybody else and helping other people see that, you know, life's our own making. It's our own daily choices that determines our destiny. Destiny isn't something that's already predetermined. It's something that we're constantly working towards and walking up the path towards. I also had this beautiful little lesson that I learnt once reading a book. And it said that this guy once explained that he feels like at the end of life, you lay in your deathbed and then you pass away. And then you go up to heaven. Obviously, this was a Christian man. And he said that God shows you the person that you could have been or what you could have done. And he was constantly in chase of being that person, constantly trying to be that better person and better version of themselves. And that's true. It's true in what we say. We know what choices are good for us and we know what's bad for us. And we choose what's bad through habits, through comfort, through stimulation, or we choose what's good for us, which is the hard part, because it might not be good for us in the short term. We don't get the stimulus, we don't get the instant gratification, but in long term it builds a better mindset, it builds a better foundation for his future self. You know, a few things I just wanted to boil down about freedom and liberation. Because obviously in life, it's nice to go and buy materialistic things. It's nice to have all the wealth in the world or whatever you see freedom as. But real freedom and real liberation starts with a relationship that you have with yourself and your mind. And in turn, that leads to everybody around you, your work colleagues, your family, everyone. Happiness and living well, living hopefully starts with you, and it starts with your daily thoughts, daily feelings, conversations that you have with yourself. As I always say on this channel, peace and love to anybody watching this. Make sure you're taking it easy. Yeah man, I'll see you in the next video.